Good day everyone, we are pleased to present our project titled Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology for Student Acceptance in Using Social Media for the course SMP15603, Principle of Business Analytics. Our group consists of Natasha Christina binti Robian, Nik Nurtawati binti Nik Yusof, Nik Zeti Sarah binti Nik Sulhan.
Utaut, which is Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology, which is made by Vacantish et al. In 2003 and widely regarded as a comprehensive model for studying technology adoptions. Key construct in Utaut: 1. Performance expectancy, which is PE, that believe that social media improve academic performance. For example, students improving communication and collaboration and enhancing academic learning. Second, social influence, SI, that impact of peers, instructors, and societal norms on adopting. For example, encourage social media adoptions through peer recommendations, educator endorsement. Third, behavioral intention, which is BI, motivation or willingness to use social media. For example, students can feel ease to use social media platform, also can perceive usefulness in social media's academic benefit to access to content peer interaction. In this study, also have to prepare demographic as moderator, such as gender, age, level of education, frequency of use on social media, and preferred platform to influence acceptance and usage platforms.
Standard deviation, mean, maximum, and value including t-test. The image shows the result of the theory that accepted and use technology test for students, how influenced by several factors. It's provide for advertisement relate the statement. For standard deviations, maximum and mean have significance value below 0.001, but the data minimum have significance value have negative of residual. 4.0, the normality test, person corrections, Crumbage alpha. The normality test, performance expectancy, the data show the four variable is not accordance with the norm distributions with a p-value of less than 0.05 because the data is not abnormal. Not pragmatic statistic method, this ensure a legitimate result without depending on normal exceptions. 3 is behavior intentions. Each segment include the taste, statistic, degrees, and freedom, and significance value. All the segment is significance value less than 0.001, including the data significancy divide from the normal distribution. For DV, we use behavior. The table image display the result of colmograph, signal, and several normality test for 4 segments. For DV, use behavior statement include test statistic, degrees, and freedom. All segments have significance value less than 0.001, including the data significancy divide from the normal distribution. Recent correlations. C is behavior intentions, and lastly is use behavior.
Next, I will share key findings for a regression analysis that explore the impact of 3 independent variables, which is perceived ease, social influence, and behavioral intention on a dependent variable. This analysis highlights the strength of significance of each factor in inclusive outcome, starting with unstandardized coefficient. Perceived ease show that the stronger influence with coefficient 0.503. This means that 1 unit increase in PE lead to a 0.503 unit change in dependent variable. The relationship is statistically significant with a p-value less than 0.001. Next, social influence has a smaller coefficient of 0.238, indicating a moderate effect. However, it remains significant with a p-value of 0.017. Lastly, behavioral intention has the smallest coefficient at 0.107. Importantly, its p-value of 0.309 exceeds a significance threshold of 0.05, making its contribution statistically insignificant. Into standardized coefficient beta value, which allow us to compare the relative strength of predictor. PE again emerged as the stronger driver with a beta value of 0.515. This theorem is critical role in influencing the dependent variable, as I follow with a beta value of 0.265, reflecting a moderate by meaningful impact. In contrast, BI has the weakest influence, as shown by its beta value of 0.113, which is confirming its limited role in the model. In summary, perceived ease is the most significant predictor, followed by social influence as a secondary contributor. Behavioral interaction, on the other hand, has minimal and statistically insignificant influence. Next, let's consider the R-square or coefficient of determination, which is summarized how much variance in the dependent variable is explained by the independent variable included in the regression model. The R-square value for this regression model is 0.559, indicating the PE, SI, and BI can explain 55.9% of the variance in the dependent variable, leaving 44.1% unexplained. This captures the model goodness of fit while emphasizing the some factor driving the dependent variable lie beyond the model. And R is squared. An R-square value closer to 1 indicate a better model fit. In this case, an R-square of 0.559 signifies a moderate to strong correlation between the predictor and the outcome. However, the interpretation of R-square depended on the content of study. While explained 55.9% explain variance may be strong in some field, higher value might be expected in other. It also suggests that important predictor could be missing from the model. In summary, the R-square value of 0.559 means that our independent variable can moderately to strongly predict that the variance in our dependent variable. While this confirms how well the model is working, it also recognizes the importance of unexplained variance and the need to consider additional metrics when assessing model quality. The tolerance value for PE, SI, and BI were 0.708, 0.679, and 0.648 respectively, while the corresponding value were 1.413, 1.474, and 1.544, all were below critical threshold of 10. This result indicate the multicollinearity is not an issue as the predictor do not share excessive variance. Future analysis using the condition index corroborate this finding. The condition index quantify the extent to which multicollinearity affect the output with value greater than 30, suggesting potential problem. In this model, condition index value range from 1 to 15.925, well below the critical threshold. Variance proportion were also evenly distributed, indicating that no single predictor overly dominate the model. In conclusion, the tolerance, VIF, and condition index analysis confirm that multicollinearity is not a significant concern in this regression model. The independent variable PE, SI, and BI explain the variance in the dependent variable independently of each other, ensuring the valid conclusion can be drawn. This further supports the robustness of the regression model at a statistical level.
Hypothesis testing. Objective: assess the significance of independent variable in predicting the dependent variable. T-test: evaluate the statistical significance of regression coefficient. Null hypothesis, which is no effect on the dependent variable. In independent variable, we have performance expectancy, which is there is strong evidence to reject hash 0, P 0.001, which is highly significant effect on the dependent variable. Social influence SI, which is significant predictor, P 0.017, plays an important role in explaining charts in the dependent variable. For third one, behavioral intention. Insufficient evidence to reject hash 0, P 0.309. No significant effect on the dependent variable in this model. Significant predictors focus on performance expectancy and social influence as primary drivers on the dependent variable. Future investigation further explore the non-significant also relationship between behavioral intention and the dependent variable. For conclusion, in Utaut, all of statistical technique that has been used show variability in responses, which is standard deviation, minimum, and maximum values. Data was normally distributed, validating statistical tests. In-person correlation is significant positive relationship between independent variables which is PE, SI, and BI, and dependent variable, which is students' acceptance in using social media. For hypothesis testing, relationship between independent variables, which is PE, SI, and BI, and the dependent variable were statistically significant and confirms that the importance of all three factors in shaping students' acceptance in use social media. Lastly, in this technology can enhancing adoption, for example, design interventions to highlight academic benefits of social media, also can encourage and strengthen students' behavioral intention to use social media as a learning tool.